What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Best Family Homestead. And today I'm gonna do something a little different. You probably think I'm about to be working, but nope, we're not. Today is the Copper Pot's 6-month birthday, so hopefully we don't get rained out. But this is the time of day, usually, you know, in the evenings, after it's not crazy hot like it was, that we do a little bit of training. And I've got a birthday hat that I will probably end up wearing, and a Doggy Cupcake for the Copper Pot's birthday. And a lot of people have asked about him. I know I've answered questions off and on in comments, but I thought I'd tell you guys a little bit more about Copper and plans for him. And let's be honest, I know people enjoy watching the Copper Pot more than they enjoy watching me. And that's okay, because Copper's way cuter than I am. I know that. So I'm gonna take just a second, get the camera set up so I don't make everybody seasick. And we'll get started and do everything we can to see if this storm swings by. Copper, come. Copper. Copper. So you can see I utilize the treats with Copper. Copper, sit. Good boy. A lot, because let's face it, the dogs love treats. And I use a combination of treats and the squeaky ball. I'm going to bring the squeaky ball out in just a few minutes, not yet, and start working with them. One of the tools I have here that I like to use for recall, and so I have a little bit of extra room, is my long line. And that lets him have room to run and get him away from me to learn recall and other training stuff. But that way he's not, you know, wrapped right next to my side when we're training. Kind of like working off lead with him, but not being off lead. So one of the things we're going to work on today, and we've worked on it a little bit, is we're going to work on our down and our stay. So he's gotten sit down, especially for a treat. And also going to be telling you guys a little bit about how we do a lot of our training. He's usually a camera hog. Copper, sit. I like to use hand signals, and I'll use sit. And then one of the things to work on today is down. Now I'm going to hold the treat in my hand. Copper, down. And walk him down. Good boy. One of the more important aspects of training when you're working with the dog is positive reinforcement. I find myself sometimes, I try extremely hard not to, it very rarely happens, but using negative reinforcement. No yelling, screaming, definitely no hitting, raising a hand. That is extremely counterproductive to any kind of training with a canine. So we're always going to use positive reinforcement, and you can see he's being a clown right now. I even let him rest up in his box a little bit so he'd have a little bit of energy. Also, I like to put a dog in their crate for an hour or two before any kind of training session. That way they associate training with being able to be out of their crate. So instead of hating it, they enjoy it. So now we're going to play a little bit and work on our sit and down commands. And I'm going to start introducing the ball as a distraction to get him to sit and down even when he just grabbed his ball or I'm holding his ball. So we got some of the basics, and now we're just trying to build on those. Copper, come. Copper, come. Come. Good boy. Sit. Good boy. Copper, down. Good boy, good down. Good boy. And when we're first starting, I'm gonna give him a treat every time he does what I ask him to. But as we move along, I'm going to give a treat every other time and start to get him to where he's not getting a treat for every single command, but he will get one, you know, at intervals, and that's going to keep him interested. I can't just break him completely off the treats, because then he's a very smart dog, and he's going to realize that he's not getting a treat, so he's not going to want to do what I ask him to do. Copper. Sit. Oh, good boy. Copper. Down. Good boy, good down. Stay. Sit. Good boy, good sit. Right here. Come here. Copper. And this is where the long line comes in handy. You know, he gets excited, he wants to play, so I can grab the long line. Except you got it around his foot. But I can grab the long line, and when I tell him to come, if he wants to sit down 5 feet or 10 feet away from me because he's wanting to have playtime, no. Then I can pull him back. Copper, down. Good boy, good down. Stop, stay. Stay. Good boy, bring here. Come on. Come. Come. Good boy. Good boy, Copper. Good boy. Good boy. And you can see Copper is almost as motivated by his toys as he is by a treat, which is very good because it's healthier for him, and having a high play drive is kind of one of the prerequisites for any kind of service dog or working dog. Good boy, bring it. Come. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, good boy. Now here's where it gets interesting with the training. He knows I have the ball. So when I put this out of sight, this is where the rubber meets the road, so to speak, on getting him to listen to me when he can't see this, but he knows I have it. Copper, down. Good boy, what a good boy. Oh. Good job. Copper, sit, good boy. Hold. And he is one of the easiest dogs to work with that I've ever worked with. Copper, come. Oh, he's just very smart. Copper, come. Right, so you see him wanting to be kind of crazy now. Copper, come. And that's why that long line is such a good tool, because instead of having to chase him down and getting into a game of, you know, tag, I can bring him to me. What a good boy. Yes, you are. And like I was saying before he decided to be a little menace, I just started working on down with him really just a day or two ago, just a couple times. So he is definitely learning it very, very fast. I know your ball's over there, but you gotta pay attention to me. And so now this is another one, like I was saying, he knows his ball's over there, but he has to learn, even though he wants his ball, he's gotta pay attention to me. Copper. Good boy. Copper, down. Good boy. Good down. Good job. Good job. Yeah, good job. Sit. Okay. Good boy. Come. 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 Good boy. Good come. There you go. Good job. Good job. So this is, I think some of that weather is about to hit. This is kind of just the very basic tenets of training a dog: sit down, come. Recall definitely being one of the most important factors when training a dog, because if your dog will not come to you in an emergency situation, some kind of danger, it can be very dangerous. It can be very dangerous and cause harm to the dog, someone else. So recall is definitely by far, in my opinion, the most important command to teach, which is why I like to start teaching it early. There you go. Proper come. Come. Good boy. Good boy. Down. Good boy. And you can see down is still a little bit, he still has to have the treat, and I have to walk him down. But we just started on that, and I think he's going to pick that up in the next day or two. Good job. Yes, you got your ball. Now, this will be the first time that I've worked on him with this, but I like to at least introduce once or twice a new command during a training process. We don't work on it a lot because we've already been training, but I like to start introducing those new commands. Stay. Stay. Go get it. Go on, go get it. Good boy. And this, especially at a puppy stage, Copper, come. Come. Especially at a puppy stage, this is a hard one because he wants that ball so bad. Copper, sit. Copper, stay. Stay. Okay, go get it. Go get it. Oh, I'm sorry. I have my foot on yours. Go get it. Go get your ball. Go get your ball. Go get your ball. Go on. And the puppy starts kicking in. All right. So, one of the things about training, especially a puppy, like I said, it's a Copper's 6-month birthday, is don't plan on setting aside an hour a day to train. They're puppies. They do not have the attention span for that. Usually 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes a day, during a session. That's about the max you're going to get out of them until they get a little bit older, over a year old, and have the basics down. Then you can start working longer with them. So don't get frustrated if your puppy does okay for 2 minutes and then it won't pay attention to anything you say. The first time you start training with a puppy that's 4 to 6 months old, if you can make it through a 1 to 2 minute training session without them being crazy and running off, you have succeeded, and that's a good job. And then after the training session, you definitely want to, kind of not be, I'm not going to make him try and stay. I'm going to let him actually play, because again, you see, he's getting kind of crazy, but he's already done good. He knows what he needs to do, but I want him to know that he comes out of the crate, he knows he's going to train, and then when we get done training, he knows that there's some playtime, and that's really important. Making the training fun. He knows that there's a reward for it, and that's going to keep him engaged and interested through the entire training process. And he's done for the day, but he did very, very well. He's picking it up, so I'll probably work with him just a little bit more this evening, and then in the morning, I try and work with him. Been a little bit negligent the past couple weeks, just doing a couple sessions here and there, but he's right now getting to the age where, you know, it's going to be 2 or 3 times a day, 10 to 15 minutes a day, and increasing that as we go. So there's a kind of a basics, a little bit of dog training with Aaron. Dog training is one of my I love working with dogs and training. The only thing I really don't like is potty training, and we're working on that one with him. He's a little bit confused. It's not that he isn't able to be potty trained. His problem is being at a young age outside with me all the time working and then going on the walk on Appalachian Trail. He's a little bit backwards. He'll hold it until he goes inside, like be wanting to go inside, run inside and pee. So he is trained, he's just a little confused on what he's supposed to do. But he's getting there. He's doing much better. He actually doesn't wait to go inside to pee anymore. He is to the point where he will give me a notice. He'll go to the door or he'll whine, but it will be right when he needs to go. I've only got a 5-second warning to get him to the door. So if I'm busy and I don't really pay attention, then all right, well, we are about to get the weather, so we are going to move a little bit, I think, and have a copper pot birthday. Like I said, I already broke the string. We just came up under the well. I can't take him inside for this because the other dogs are inside because it's about to storm, so can't really do that. But anyway, you guys do not want to hear me sing. And there goes my birthday hat. And you know what? That's one thing about a copper pot. He'll be just as happy eating the birthday hat as he will anything. Probably not as happy as with this. So this is from a local pet store, pet friendly, you know, no sugar, just a beef and bacon, I think, something like that, all natural. You know what this is, huh? Dad, what you got there? Dad, what you got there, huh? All right, we'll do this. So I'll let everybody else there at home sing a happy birthday. Copper, sit. 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 Copper. Good boy. And let's see what Copper thinks of his. That's not going to take it. Where are you going? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. I was going to say, maybe that is maybe that's a little bit too natural of a dog treat. There he is. Happy 6-month birthday, Copper. I may have to get Copper another happy birthday treat. I really thought that thing would be gone in like 2 seconds. Oh, there it goes. Got icing on your face. Oh. Now this is funny. I don't think that flavor is his favorite. I think he just likes eating anything. I'm not sure why his tongue got frozen out. It might be because it came out of the refrigerator, so maybe he had a little bit of a brain freeze. Oh goodness. All right, everybody. Well, that's it for today. No, actually, so people have asked, you know, a lot about Copper Pot. What kind of dog is Copper? Where did he come from? So I know I posted a video months and months and months back, closer to last year, that a dog that I'd had for years and rescued from a dumpster passed away, and his name was Monster, Montelius Monster Monstrosity Best. And then a couple months after that, I wasn't looking for a dog, but a friend of mine, obviously because I have a lot of dogs, but a friend of mine sent me a picture of Copper as a puppy, and I'll put that up, the first picture I saw. And I saw that picture, and at that point it was pretty much all over. Like I said, already having, you know, all the rescues I have, I wasn't planning on or looking for, and it never was in my mind to get another dog, but for some reason I had to. I felt it, and I knew I knew he needed me. That's what I thought. Turns out I'm actually the one that needed him. So, oh, he knows his ball's in the bucket. So I went and got him. His mom was a Basset Hound, and his dad was a Pit Bull mix. I think probably part lab, because he's got webbed feet and he loves water. So I went and we did the paperwork, had to wait a week. I didn't obviously tell Carrie. Robert went with me and drove me, and I went and picked Copper up when he was 8, actually a little bit before 8 weeks, because they know me at the Humane Society, so they let him go a little bit early. And she wasn't really happy because we had another dog. But like I said, never realized that I'm the one that needed Copper, and the rest is history. You got to see him, went on a walk with me. Plans for Copper, he's going to eventually be my PTSD service dog, and I think it will work out very well because he's already extremely empathetic to me. If I get upset or he senses I'm getting upset, he comes over and, you know, will either put his head on my foot or paw me, and that's without any of the training. And that's kind of the whole point of a PTSD service dog, is when you have issues with PTSD, whether it be depression, anger, you know, just struggling, especially with veterans, you know, readjusting to civilian life after being trained for years in combat. A PTSD dog is just trained to alert and let their owner know, hey, you're getting upset. You need to count to 10, pet me for a minute, you know, and calm down. Or if they're getting really depressed or agitated, or, you know, whatever the symptom of the PTSD might be, the service dog is going to help the owner overcome those episodes. And very, very effective. A lot of very intense training. That's why he's got to be very well behaved. He's got to, you know, do exactly what I say when I say it. And then his service dog part of training, I've got a couple groups that work specifically training PTSD dogs for veterans that I'm already talking to. And when he's ready, generally around a year to a year and a half old, that is when I will be going to them and spending some time there and working on the PTSD training with Copper. And like I said, he's already very, very good at that with me, and just does it instinctively, which is, you know, I think it's pretty cool. We were definitely meant to be. So that is Copper in a nutshell. And his name, he had a different, I don't even remember the name they gave him, but my daughter, she's 17, and she had just watched The Fox and the Hound last year for the first time, and of course she cried. I cried, and she coined it because, you know, he does look like a hound dog. And so she said, Dad, he looks like a copper. And I didn't like it at first. I was like, no. But after a day or two, it grew on me. I'm like, nope, you know, he's copper colored. He looks like a copper hound dog, and the name fits him perfectly. So copper stuck. And then because of, you know, my interest in distilling and all that, you make generally, you know, moonshine whiskey and stuff in a copper pot made out of copper. So a copper pot is just a term that I've used my whole life and is familiar. Well, that's my new copper pot, and definitely much healthier for me than my old copper pot. So that's it. All right, everybody. Well, happy birthday to happy half birthday to Copper. Got a little training in, and now I think we really should probably head inside because we're about to get rained on. Well, thanks for watching. Make sure and like, subscribe, and share if you want to continue to see Copper's progress. And I'm gonna be doing more training videos with him. I know people have asked me to, and I haven't. So, you know, if you want to continue seeing Copper trained all the way through his when he goes and becomes an actual service dog, helping me with the as my PTSD service dog, you gotta like, subscribe, and share so you don't miss any of it. All right, everybody, have a good evening. Copper, what are you doing? Come on, bub. Let's go. Good boy.